Hello, I'm always happy to correct things that I've said if they're inappropriate. And uh, O. Belinfanti says, listening with interest, but twice you've referred to Andrew Tate as a sex offender. He hasn't been convicted of any such offence. Please correct this, as an error probably says more about the little you know about him as opposed to the intention to defame him. Yes, I agree. I don't know a great deal about Andrew Tate. But he's a social media personality, former kickboxer. He claims that he's the greatest kickboxer or something. He's got 4 titles for kickboxing. He's been at the centre of significant legal controversies. He was thrown out of Big Brother for his abusive attitudes and uh, particularly having been in Romania. He was arrested in December 2022, and the allegations against him and his brother Tristan Tate and several associates are serious and involve multiple charges, including human trafficking, sexual exploitation, and organised crime. And it's worth going through these issues, but yeah, you're quite right. He is allegedly a sex offender. He is not a sex offender. He's not been found guilty of any sex offences, though the allegations and the attitude to him has certainly um, is certainly questionable. And again, we get into the distinction between what somebody is legally proven to have done and what somebody has is assumed to have done. And yes, I'm sorry, and I should have used the word allegedly, and that was an error on my part, and it does indeed reflect my ignorance about Andrew Tate. Romanian authorities accused him and his associates of running an organised crime group that lured women under false pretences, including promises of relationships and work opportunities. And he is extraordinarily persuasive. And what I've seen of Tate, he's an engaging, I would use the word charismatic personality. Once the women were brought to Romania, they were allegedly forced or coerced into producing pornographic content, which was then sold online. This is a key part of the allegations of human trafficking and sexual exploitation. Whether it's legally proven that he is involved in sexual exploitation or human trafficking, morally, he certainly seems to have crossed a line. Several women have come forward claiming they were deceived, threatened, manipulated into these activities, with some reportedly held against their will. It's one thing to be titillated and to say, "Oh, I'd like to try that." It's another thing to realise what that actually means because you don't know. The charges also include allegations of forming and leading organised crime groups, which allegedly involve several individuals working together to exploit women for financial gain. And the group is accused of operating in multiple countries, which complicates the legal proceedings and adds to the severity of the allegations. And then you've got the simplicity of these 2 pills, the blue pill, the red pill. Nonsense. Nonsense. It's it's a nonsense based on a film of a myth from Plato. You know, he's not even basing his theories on the original concept. He's basing his theories on some second-rate Hollywood junk. Um, a 4 films, 4 films of which only the first is watchable. But fine. Um, there are also accusations against him directly of sexual assault, not only by Tate but also by his associates. These claims are less central to than the broader human trafficking case. As of now, Andrew Tate and his associates have not been convicted of any of these charges, so uh, you're quite right. I shouldn't call him a sex offender. The legal process is ongoing and they have denied the allegations. They maintain their innocence. And under the principle of innocent until proven guilty, it would be premature and legally incorrect to definitively label Andrew Tate as a sex offender until a court of law concludes its proceedings and, if applicable, issues a conviction. From a legal standpoint, therefore, Andrew Tate cannot be classified as a sex offender unless he is convicted of a sex-related crime, such as human trafficking for sexual exploitation or sexual assault. Despite the legal proceedings, public perception differs, and some people might refer to him as a sex offender based on the seriousness and the nature of the allegations. However, this is not accurate, and a fair label should be pursued, and I am sorry about that. It's without a legal conviction, he is not legitimately described as a sex offender. Ethically, I think it's essential to respect the legal process and to avoid labeling somebody as a sex offender without a court ruling. Doing so further prejudices public opinion and infringes on the individual's right to a fair trial, which of course he has. He's facing serious allegations related to human trafficking, sexual exploitation, organised crime, not only in Romania, but if he were to come back to the UK, he would face allegations and trials here too. The charges are severe, and calling him a sex offender at this stage is not legally or ethically appropriate, as no conviction has been made so far. The legal process will determine whether he is guilty of these crimes, at which point, if convicted, the label of sex offender would be legally accurate. Until then, I agree it's crucial to maintain the presumption of innocence, and a throwaway remark is inappropriate, and the judicial system should run its course. So thank you enormously for your point. As I say, it's sometimes one is inclined to repeat things that have been bandied around on other bits of the media, and it's always useful to go back and check the details. And I was wrong, so thank you.